Hi, Dan here. Hope you're doing well. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play Vultures by John Mayer. Now, this is a little bit of an experimental lesson for me because I just did a cover of this using an amazing bit of software called Tomplay. And I just pressed play on the software and it gives you the tab and the notation. And I just went from beginning to end of song, one take, playing roughly the bass line, but adding my own touches in. So I'm going to show you how I did that basically. But if you do want to watch that, I'll put a link. And you know, if you get inside the key and the chords of a song, you can very much do this and make it up. So the first section is this. That's the main bass line. Now, if you watch Pino playing this on the live version, he doesn't play it like this. Now, because I was reading the music, I was kind of looking that way and the camera's there, I partly wanted to stay in one position. Okay, so I'll show you the notes. It goes F sharp, two F sharps, and then A, E, B, F sharp. Now those two, I think that's where Pino plays it. Now that involves quite a few more hand shifts. That's why I wasn't doing it like that. Now when you're working out where to play something on the bass, you have often more than one options, and there's no real wrong or right. For me, reading the music as I was in that cover, the right thing for me to do was keep it in one position. So it's up to you. Two F sharps. You can either go open A, E second fret D string, and then B second fret A string F sharp. You can either do that or do a bit of a shift. Then you've got to shift back, okay? Up to you. Now I was doing little touches like that, trying to listen to the music, not to get into in the way of particularly the vocalist, okay? But if you know what notes to use, then this kind of thing is easy. I'll get a little bit more into the theory of things later, but just you need to know that F sharp minor pentatonic, that's really what to use. So if I'm going, you know, all of that is coming from this shape. F sharp minor pentatonic. Okay, that's the kind of key of this. So if you want to practice fills, now either play along to the original or you can check out this Tomplay software. I'll put a link. It's really, really good for practice. When you're doing a fill, and let's say, for example, there's the intro and we're going into the verse. The verse is the bit where the singing is going to happen. Do a little fill before. There, that note there, you've got to hit one, bang on, and then you can sort of lay back a bit whilst the vocalist is singing. Now this obviously applies to live playing as well. It's all about keeping the groove going, which is this. And notice how the notes are short sometimes and long. Long, short. So to do that, you just release pressure with your fretting hand. Another fill there. Doing a little sort of slidey thing there. But using those F sharp minor pentatonic notes. The next section is pretty simple. We just got 2 bars of A and 2 bars of B. Now these chords all belong to a key. You could kind of think about it that they all belong to E major, okay? And the F sharp minor is the 2 chord, and over that a Dorian works. These are just hard and fast rules. If this is going over your head, don't worry, it's not appropriate for this lesson. I'm just sort of talking about how you decipher this really quickly, okay? The A and the B are like the 4 and the 5 in the E major scale, and those are major chords. So first of all, this is the line. Very simple, root, octave. And notice the very simple rhythm with those note length things going on. Roots and then the octave, then we go. Now, what do you do if you want to embellish a little bit? Let's dive into that a little bit. So we've got the A to the B. Roots and octaves, like I said, brilliant notes to use. Now here's how I'm sort of thinking about this, but really actually not thinking about this, because when you practice this enough times, you know what notes fall under the fingers, and you sort of connect a sound in your head to patterns, and that's how it works. But if I do break it down, we've got A, you play the notes of E major starting from A, you get that. It's called the Lydian mode. You don't really need to know it, but you just need to know that those notes fit. And when you go to B, same notes. Just starting from B now, okay, so something very melodic there. Just going major 7th to the octave, and then down the 5th and the root. Very, very simple patterns that come up over and over and over again on bass, okay? B. This time it's almost the same, but there's a flat 7 over that chord. And it's this sort of thing that you need to know in order to sort of take the next step in terms of embellishing, adding little fills in, and improvising, and also hearing music a bit better, and hearing, oh, there's 2 major chords. That's a 4 to a 5 usually, okay? So all I did there, that's just going to a 9th, the one that's one beyond the octave. Okay, but just all notes from E major, or if you want to think about it from F sharp Dorian, all the same notes, they belong to the same key. Now obviously that's confusing the issue way too much if you just want to forget all of that and just play. Stick to simple roots, then 2 bars of that to the B. Reminds me a little bit of Fleetwood Mac bass playing. Really simple, sticking to the kick drum, very simple notes. If you want to do that and forget all that mode stuff, do. But the mode stuff, or you know, filling out the notes a little bit, by knowing what notes you can play, you can really go places. You know, that's what Pino does. That's just a minor pentatonic. Remember F sharp? One thing you can do. No backing track. Don't play to the original. Just play the bass line. That's the shape of the F sharp minor pentatonic here, and I'm just trying to, you know, connect up lines a little bit, practicing that. You know, an E leads very nicely to the F sharp. Just playing notes of the scale there. Yeah, that sort of thing. That's where you get a few levels beyond. There's the B, there's the octave. I know these notes work, so therefore they work up the octave as well. So I've been falling back on these patterns for so many years now that I know them. And that's the kind of thing I want you to do as well. You do explore by knowing what notes work, you know. I deciphered a lot of what Pino Palladino was doing and millions of other bass players, and then you can kind of match the sort of pattern stuff I'm showing you to actual real world bass lines. And after a little bit of time doing this, it kind of gets into your head and into your fingers, and you'll understand, oh, over that one. You know, you'll know what works, you'll know what fits. It's all about the touch and the feel. And I think just if you want to get a couple of layers or levels above, you know, beginner, it's how you craft your own little touches into this. So it's the notes, but also the articulations. There was a slide and one back as well. Little vibrato, all that stuff, that touch, that'll be unique to you. You need to learn all those little articulations. Then you can just practice them using the shapes, in this case, of F sharp minor pentatonic. So it's a relatively simple bass line, but there's really, really a lot you can do with this, okay? So that software Tomplay, I think it's going to really change my teaching, because certainly my practice as well, just to be able to literally look at some notes. I don't look at tab, look at the notes and look at the chord symbols, and just a combination of those two things, just practice playing a song from beginning to end, mistakes and all. There were some mistakes in my cover, I'm leaving them in. You know, just practice playing from beginning to end, making up stuff. And then what I'll probably do is do a cover and then teach some ideas a bit like this, you know, what I've done in that cover. So, you know, start simple, but show you how I'm thinking about doing the fills and creating my own little touches over it. So I think that would be really cool, but you know, you may disagree. Do let me know. So do leave a comment below if you liked that lesson. Please do subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff, and have a great day. See you next time.